So, in Port Townsend, Washington, it's zero tolerance to hate crimes. What if you have a hate crime happen to you in Port Townsend? You know, what if someone steals your mail and calls you horrible things online? Oh, but they happen to be on the Board of Health. Remember the Dennis Stern stuff? Yeah, the hate crime against that. Completely ignored. What if the local officials and nonprofits and Olympic Pride and local church and Quimper Church, what if they all incite a violent mob to commit mass hate crime against a very diverse group of individuals? Half of the speakers at Amy Seuss's press conference were lesbians. You had women, men, elders, all different political beliefs and religious beliefs. They committed hate crimes against us. Okay, so where do we turn to in Port Townsend, Washington, if we've had a hate crime committed against us? File a police report, they don't really listen, right? But seriously, like, if you're just not, if you're new to this, you got a hate crime, you want to file it, what if you're in the LGBTQ community, such as half the speakers were? Where do you go for hate crime? We know the zero tolerance for stickers, but we're not sure if there's zero tolerance to hate crimes in Port Townsend. Let's see what we would do. Okay, LGBTQ services, the city liaisons are, scario, John Morrow. He hates lesbians. So he immediately discriminated against Julie, right? Which therefore, within the first 24 hours, these two knuckleheads were inciting hate and violence upon lesbians. Okay? Upon elders in the community, upon citizens of the community. You can see in public records in the first 24 hours, the city manager and the chief of police were discriminating. So, obviously, the city manager was part of inciting the violent mob, did nothing to protect us or keep the group separate. All you got to do is check the incident action plan. Most of it's redacted because, we're terrorists and all. Hardy har. But seriously, the city manager instigated, approved of, and has done nothing to assist the attack on lesbians. Okay, and 2 weeks later, we came back to Port Townsend and we had the Rally for Decency. And the speakers, half of those speakers were lesbians in this club. Okay, there was like 3 or 4 lesbians. There was gay men married that came with Robert's group. They discriminated against them. They discriminated against bi. They bashed us. They committed hate crimes against us. So we're going to call our abuser to help us? Okay, let's see. Who else should we call? For LGBT Services City. Oh, Chief of Police Tom Olson. If you watch my stuff, you see that I call him Tommy Danger. Okay, so I'm having a hate crime committed against me. I'm going to call Mr. Tom Olson, right? Have you seen my videos on TikTok? He was told by other officers that there was guns and batons and that Antifa had bad intentions. He just ignored it. He came in and watched our assault. You can see it on officer cam. You can see it on live footage. He came in and watched our assault, and then he left. So we're going to call him to help us, right? Chief Tommy Danger. Stood there and watched lesbians be assaulted in Port Townsend. Bisexual women be assaulted. Okay? And then, what does Chief Tommy Danger do next? Oh, the man you're supposed to call for your LGBTQ services, the city liaison. Oh, let's see here. Okay, well, what if, say, Rowan DeLuna of the Olympic Peninsula YMCA, let's say, for example, she emails hate about me, a lesbian, a pastor. Okay, what if she says that this woman, Crystal Cox, and she talks about Piper, who we all know what Piper's been up to, see all the videos out there, okay? Calls me a nut job, doing nut job things, okay? She titles it Crazy or Dangerous, okay? So say I wanted to file a hate crime against the YMCA manager for inciting hate against me. Okay. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so this is September 6th. Okay. So Mr. Your liaison, the person you call for help if you're a lesbian and you got a hate crime committed against you. Well, he gets emailed hate about a local lesbian, knows I'm a lesbian, okay, and says, "Thank you for sharing, Rowan. I hadn't seen that one." Miss Cox, right, doesn't care what I want to be called. Crystal or Reverend Crystal Cox doesn't care. Did that to other women in the group. They're like, "I want to be called Mrs." And he's like, "Nope, call you Miss." And they do whatever they want. Miss Cox has nothing better to do with her time. Watch a few videos of hers on YouTube. And I think that'll answer your question. I'm not surprised with anything she does. So crazy and dangerous. So in other words, insinuating that I'm crazy. Making fun of my mental health, making fun of my videos with my religious and spiritual beliefs on YouTube. Okay, engaging in hate against me. Okay, and that is who they claim to be where you go to get help as a local lesbian. Zero tolerance to hate crimes. Now, actually, there's zero tolerance to stickers. Unless, of course, they say BLM or any of the other local political agendas that align with those drinking the Port Townsend government Kool-Aid. We had a hate crime committed against us. There was assaults. There's officer cam. There's emails between the officers. The officers put in incident reports. It's all there. They covered it all up and it went away. All the assaults disappeared, and they weren't just assaults. They were hate crimes. Okay, look up federal and state of Washington hate crime, federal hate crime. That's what they did. Okay, so good luck to you. Good luck to you calling these two that incited 400 people to assault a group of 11 speakers. Half of us were lesbians. Yeah.